Hello beautiful souls and welcome. This is the Sagittarius reading for July 2023, or whenever you come across it. Please only take those messages that resonate with you, because this is a reading for the collective and it might not be for you 100%, so please be careful about that. Do not make it your reading if it's not. What I'm trying to do is I try to look at current energies, current blockages, and help you move forward with the guidance of spirit and my guides to let you know how you can move forward in a situation and what might be the potential outcome. Please keep in mind though that nothing is ever set in stone. You are so powerful, guys. You are the creator of your life and you can change everything around, okay? All right, let's get started here with the general messages. I'm using a few oracle card decks, and then I'm going to clarify with the tarot, and I'm also going to look at love. All right. Sagittarius, what is going on with you at this time? We have the Temple come out. Sagittarius, people are very, very much in tune with anything when it comes to religion or spiritual practices or temples, okay? Of course, that also depends on what other placements you have, but the ones I have met, and especially from Vedic astrology. So the temple here refers to you kind of connecting to that part in yourself where you are connected to some sort of higher power or source, whatever that is. It doesn't really matter what you believe in, but there is something that you can fall back on, and that is what the universe wants you to do here, Sagittarius, to kind of retreat within your own temple, to connect with your own wisdom. And even if you don't believe in anything particular, but kind of reconnect with yourself and believe in yourself, that's really a very, very important time for you as well, to kind of believe. For some of you, prayer or meditation can be a very good way to reconnect if you need help, if you need guidance here, okay? So let's move on, Sagittarius. What else do we have for you guys? We've got the 10 of Fire coming out. Yeah, there's a lot of burdens for some of you guys. You have been triggered emotionally is what I'm getting, by people, by situations. There is something that kind of really lets the feelings and emotions get boiled up within you, but I feel like you're in the process of trying to let this go. You are maturing here. You are connecting with a higher power. You are letting things go is what I'm getting, okay? So any sort of burdens, it can also have to do with work, of course, that you have had a lot on your plate lately, and you're kind of trying to see where you can cut responsibilities that you really don't need to take on and stuff like that. So that's a very good approach here that I'm getting for you. Good energy that you're coming into in July, Sagittarius. You're kind of letting go of what is burdening you, of what's putting pressure on you. And for some of you, I feel like you're doing some inner work, some inner child healing or something like that. Okay, what else do we have? We have the growing up card. It actually came out in the reverse. It's about rejection of perpetual youth, wanting to grow in experience. Yeah, what I'm really getting is that this is a maturing process for you, that you guys have something that, for some of you, not for everyone of course, but for some of you there is something that happened in your childhood that you have kind of been conditioned with, that you are kind of dragging along, that you're letting go now. It can have to do with emotional wounds. It can have to do with your inner child. There's some sort of growing of you burning the bridges between your past. You kind of letting go. It can also have to do with karmic contracts to other people that you're burning here, is what I'm getting. And a lot of you are really connected to some higher source in doing that. And you're very supported here, is what I'm getting. Let's see, what else do we have for Sagittarius? Yeah, healing the heart. We have the number 23, reducing to a 5, which talks about changes in your life. You know, changes don't come very easily sometimes, especially with the number 5. Number 5 also talks about conflict sometimes. So you can be really triggered by other people. You can have inner conflicts can come up that you are looking at, but it definitely has to do with something that has emotionally wounded you at some part of your life, in some time of your life, and you are dealing with that. You're healing your own heart. You're dealing You're healing from childhood wounds, or you're healing from a past love relationship that went wrong or something like that. It can also be a friendship, of course, or a connection with a sibling or with a parent or with a child. It doesn't really matter. You name it. It's just the kind of an energy that I'm sensing is that you kind of are letting go of something. You're burning the bridges of the past. You're kind of dealing with things that have wounded you on an emotional level, and spirit is having your back here, is what I'm getting strongly. We have the blessed card coming up. Look at that. This is such a good confirmation, guys. This is you being protected. Your angels are watching over you. Your spirit guides are at your side at this time. You are blessed, okay? And you know it. For those of you who resonate with that, take it, please. And if you don't, then just let it go, because it might not be for everyone. I get that. But if you feel that connection, if you are in the process of letting something painful go, just know that you are protected and guided here. And I love this energy, guys. It's really, really positive. It might be painful, of course, this whole process of letting something old go, especially a wound. It's not easy, it's not fun, but it has to be done. And I feel like you will feel so much better afterwards. Alright, let's clarify. Why do we have the 10 of fire? What else can you say? Hanged man in a reverse. No, sorry, it's coming out right as it should be. A man hanging upside down. So some of you might feel stuck. Some of you might also be stuck in an old way of seeing things, of kind of an old way of talking down on yourself is what I'm getting. So for some of you, it's really important how you view yourself, that you kind of work on your self-worth a little bit is what I'm getting. So there is a need for you to probably see things in a different perspective, especially when it has to do with your emotions, is what I'm strongly getting here. We have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, some of you could have been very distanced to other people or to social events is what I'm getting, but you're letting go of the fear is what I'm getting. Wow, that's very, very specific. I'm sure that's not for everybody, but for those of you who need to hear it, it's you growing up here in a sense. You kind of not shying away from social anxiety anymore, if that makes sense, is what I'm strongly getting. So you are kind of lowering your guard here. You're changing something up. You are not so protected about your emotional wounds anymore because you are in the process of healing them. Healing the hearts. What can you say about that? 4 of Coins and the Temperance. The Temperance is a confirmation of the healing because it brings everything back into balance. You maybe need to have a little bit patience with yourself here, especially in the healing process. Be kind to yourself. It doesn't usually work overnight, but it will go in the right direction if you're dealing with it, okay? Whatever you're seeking balance from, or in whatever situation you're seeking balance, it will come to you. And a 4 of Coins. I mean, in this deck, this card looks like the 5 of Coins. It also gives me, usually 4 of Coins means holding on, keeping things to yourself, you know, maybe even sometimes being a bit stingy with your energy, also with money, of course. But I feel like this is a very emotional reading for you guys here. But in this deck, it looks to me like the 5 of Coins card, being left out in the cold, okay? So I feel like this definitely has to do with you being wounded, feeling rejected, feeling not being part of the group or something like that. I'm strongly getting social anxiety, like I said, for some of you. Okay, but there's a healing. Even if it doesn't resonate in that sense of social anxiety, if there is something that needs to be healed, I feel like you're working on it and there will be balance coming towards you. Let's see if we can have an outcome, because I don't need to clarify the Blessed card. It's pretty self-explanatory. The Death card in the reverse, so it means that there is a transition that's ongoing. It might take a while, like I said. It might not go overnight. You might need to put in a little more work. Is not the right way I want to say, because it's not about work. It's just about being patient with yourself, because the heart is connected to our emotions, and emotions cannot be switched on and off usually. Apart from being a coping mechanism that some of us have developed, but usually emotions need time to heal, okay? And they are just there, and we should just cherish them and integrate them to be healed. But just know that this is an ongoing process, but I feel like you are on the right path. You're kind of going in the right direction. I know this was a very spiritual kind of internal reading, but I'm trying to give you some insights now about love for those who want to hear it. What is going on with Sagittarius in the month of July concerning love? Whether you're a single or if you are in a relationship. Okay. I don't like the cards if they come out sideways because I read reversals. Yeah, you also here, look at that. You're in the process of healing. You're not quite there yet, but you kind of are doing something here. Some of you might be totally concerned about your own well-being, just kind of retreat from the world a little bit, and some of you might be already on the way to kind of come out of your shell again. But this is a process, guys. You're in the process of healing here, also in terms of love. Another card that flies out like this, Seven of Inspiration. It feels like you are widening your constraints. You're coming out of limitation. You're kind of letting wishes and hopes come into your life. I just feel like by the work that you are doing here, in healing your emotional wounds, in healing your heart, you are opening up again for love, for something brighter, for something more committed here, for something new for some of you. Okay, how is this going to go in the near future? Wow, there are too many cards that want to come out here. We have the Queen of Emotions, so it's going perfectly well. Look at that. I mean, I couldn't wish for a happier card, maybe except the Lover's card or something like that. But this is you being in tune with yourself, you completely healing from what needs healing here, you opening your heart to a new love. This could also be a water sign coming towards you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for some of you, okay? So this is really good in terms of your heart. It's a very heartfelt energy that I'm getting here. So some of you are really connected with matters of the heart, with your emotions, and you're going in the right direction. I feel like this is a process that might be ongoing for a little more, but you're on the right path and there is something incoming for you. And if it's not love on the outside, it's a lot of self-love is what I'm getting. You being open again for new beginnings, for friendship, for meeting new people, in whatever sense, in whatever relation this resonates. I'm wishing you all the best, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a lovely July. Bye-bye. Take care.